Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to be opening a box here in a minute. I got some new parts for the STI, so let's take a look at what we got. So we got some parts from OLM, and this is the S209 body kit. Well, the wide fender flares and whatnot. And I'm gonna go ahead and these are not pre-painted, so I'm gonna paint them using primer, paint, and clear coat from Touch Up Direct. So I think it's going to look awesome. I will be using some degreaser and some Scotch-Brite pads to scuff up the surface. That way the paint and the primer actually stick to it. So let's go ahead and see what we got inside here. Oh, okay, well that's good. It does come with the 3M double-sided tape that'll allow it to stick to the vehicle. These are gonna be kind of the side markers that go over here. And so the STI logo will be covered up. It does have some space in here, so you could probably apply a decal or something if you really wanted to. This is the little fins that will go up on the front, kind of for some, maybe not real downforce, but I don't know how functional they actually are because they're not very big. It looks like a quality kit. I'm going to be wearing gloves when I take these out of the plastic, and that way I'm not getting my finger oils all over and then having the paint not stick correctly. So I'm just checking it out. I'm not sponsored by anybody to make this video, so it's gonna be kind of a process where I'm gonna see how good I can make these look. You know, in worst case scenario, if the paint ends up not turning out as good as I hope it will, then I'll go ahead and have them stripped and take it down to a professional and let them paint it. But this shouldn't be too hard. I've painted things in the past and I've always had pretty good luck with it. So just take your time and make sure that the primer is applied before you apply the paint, and also don't forget to scuff up the plastic so that the paint and primer will adhere to it. So just kind of a little funny thing, as I'm going through the box here, I'm going, hey, there's the front piece, we got these two pieces here, we got another front piece, the two side pieces, and two fender flares. And I'm looking around going, they didn't ship the whole thing. Well, this box doesn't look very thick, but it's deceiving because underneath there's the rest of the pieces. So I'm gonna have to take everything out and go ahead and just make sure everything's in there, but that was a little bit of a scare for a second. Oh, and it's been a while since I put out a video, so since the last time I filmed, I actually got new wheels and tires. I got Michelin Pilot Sports 4S's and these Option Lab wheels. So I think they look pretty good. Still got the carbon fiber brake ducts going on here, and they seem to be working good. I just put on some Faction Fab front brake pads, and the previous pads, I know a lot of people have the same issue with these Brembos, is the pads themselves will rattle when you're accelerating or braking. Typically once you've applied brake pressure, so like deceleration, any kind of speed bumps, you'll hear a clackety clack going on, kind of like that sound. But of course I was able to pinpoint it. I thought it was my suspension for the longest time, and found that it was actually the brake pads moving this direction inside of the caliper. So they slide into the rotor, and they were just rattling like that. So, and I won't make that sound again, but just thought I'd help you guys out. Find some brake pads that actually fit. Of course, OEM is going to be best, but these Faction Fab brake pads actually fit really tight compared to the other brands like the Carbotex that I was running. And so just a quick tip, I think that if you're running into issues having that brake sound, just go ahead and get a set of Faction Fabs or go back to OEM. All right guys, so I was able to get everything prepped, and so I'm gonna let them dry for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go over them with degreaser one more time. And then I'm gonna use tack cloth just to make sure I get all the dust off. And then I will go ahead and primer them, let the primer dry, go over them another layer with primer if need be, and then start painting. And I should have this done by end of the day today. So here they are all prepped out. I am going to lay down something underneath so that the paint doesn't get onto the floor. And of course, always wear some kind of mask, respirator. That way you're not breathing in these highly toxic fumes. Anyway, so more progress gonna be coming up shortly.
All right guys, I know it's hard to hear me, but I was able to get the primer on, as you can see right here. So I went ahead and now I'm gonna spray the paint. I've already tack clothed everything. I'll let it dry, and then we're gonna go ahead and put the clear coat on. So, wish me luck.
what's up guys? It's been about 2 weeks since I did the fender flares, which I'm about to show you, but I'm here at Seth's shop, my buddy, and we're gonna go ahead and install the iAG competition oil pan and stainless steel braided brake lines. So anyway, let me show you the outside of the car, what it looks like now. And here's the goodies. So we'll go ahead and get this all installed. And I got the iAG oil pickup. It's a really nice piece. And I got some Motul Chrono oil and some brake fluid. All kinds of little goodies in this box. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Be going autocrossing next week on the weekend down in San Antonio, so I hope to see some of you guys down there. Thanks for watching. Ready to go. So we got the factory oil pan taken out. We're about to take the stock oil pickup out. You can kind of see up in here. So something interesting we just discovered is the iAG oil pan. When you compare it to the stock oil pan, which is flat all the way around, it's really hard to get to those back bolts. But iAG was smart and they engineered putting some spacers in there so the bolts are actually a lot lower.
So it lowers the pitch angle.
So it makes getting them back in there much easier than doing it with the stock one. All right, so we got the oil pan on, and next up we're gonna be doing the brake lines. So we got Goodrich brake lines, and you gotta take off this line here and the line on the back of the Brembo, and then we'll change out the brake line itself. Then we gotta do the bleeding procedures.
Got the line. Let's get everything.
All right, so the car's all finished up. We got the brake lines installed. Also got the iAG competition oil pan with the baffle installed and the iAG pickup. So far, car's running good. Just spraying off the brake fluid from the car.